Hi, I'm Zero, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Friday Night Funk in Chromatic. Now I know there's plenty of videos like this that already explain how to do it in a pretty good way, but I just feel like showing off how I make my own chromatics personally. I just need to post videos on YouTube, honestly. So your first step is to get the samples. They need to have at least 4 vowels, but I sometimes record 5 and choose what order I want. Let's start recording this in FL Studio. First I gotta connect this to my mic. There we go. Should sound like this. And so we got our chromatic. So now what we can do, we can route this to a channel. Let's normalize that because some of the samples are pretty quiet. This is something optional you can do, just so you can get the samples to be like similar volume. You can compress it. I think I'll cut up some of these samples. I like reslicing my chromatics a lot. We got our samples, so now let's export them. I usually export them in MP3s. Name this test. We've got our base folder. Name this samps or samples. I forgot to mention space in between the samples in the end here. You could place the empty pattern 1 that you have just to compensate. Let's just export this, shall we? And then we can put that in. We want to take this, we want to pitch correct it, and now we just want to adjust all this. Also, cool trick, if you have slicing mode in Newtone and you hold Control or Command if you're on a Mac, you click 2 samples, they'll combine. Now let me turn down, then we want to keep this centered, keep the variation a little bit low. We have them tuned now. Let's just name it tuned. And then we grab that. What I like to do, actually, you know what? Let me get rid of this 5th sample actually, because this is a neat trick that I like to do. Kind of need 4 samples doing this. If we Control B, we have this selected, it'll duplicate. You should duplicate that at least 2 times. Then you want to select these 3. I usually like going up to 5 octaves. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll export that again. We'll just name this 5 octaves. After you have that exported, you want to go back into the folder, drag in the 5 octave sample, put it in the playlist, and then you want to pitch it. Depending on what kind of samples you use to make it, it could either be extremely easy or kind of challenging. So what I usually do, the reason why I made it 5 octaves, is so we can go all the way down to C2. And then we just select these and then gradually go up. And if you're unsure about what the last note of your chromatic should sound like, it should be a B. So now that we're done with our chromatic, let's name this test chromatic. I'd prefer exporting it as an MP3 because WAV files can take up a lot of storage. Now that we have our chromatic, let's put this into a song. Let's replace this with SliceX. I heavily recommend turn off auto dump. It can be pretty annoying. Grab our chromatic here, drag that in. You want to choose dull auto slicing. Oh yeah, this can sometimes be a problem. Now let's test this out with the song. Make sure the volume is good, so I'm gonna turn that up a little. And it should sound something like this. And it sounds pretty good. That's my tutorial on how to make chromatics. I'm Zero, and I will see you guys later.